Hello everyone, myself Arif Khan Pathan, working as a senior lecturer in Institute of Pharmacy, Diploma Azam Campus, Camp Pune. Today we are going to deal with the new topic, that is anti-neoplastic drugs or anti-neoplastic agents. Anti-neoplastic agents are also called as anti-cancer agents. Anti-neoplastic drugs. So directly before going to the anti-neoplastic drugs or the agents, we'll see what is neoplasm or a cancer. So neoplasm stands for neo means new, plasm stands for formation of new cells or particularly the tumorous cells which are relatively autonomous, growth of the tissues or which are rapid and uncontrolled growth of these cells. New cells are being forming which are rapid and uncontrolled. These are called as neoplasm, cancer or tumor. The animation is already shared with you in a Moodle. As far as the feature of these cancers or tumor cell is concerned, it is an excessive cell proliferation and it is generally result into the tumor. The cells are excessive proliferate, means they are rapidly grown and autonomously they are growing without rapid and uncontrolled growth of these cells will be there. The tumor cells, those are appearing and function in the tissue cells which they are arising. They lost the appearance of the appearance and the function of the tissues. Now the tumor not only expand in the size but also invade into the surrounding cells, and then nerve endings are affected and the pain is being experienced. So there may be a concept that the cancer is painless or the tumor is painless, but the pain is arising due to the formation of the bulk, and the surrounding tissues are getting stressed and expanded, or nerves are being stressed, and that may induces the pain also. Next, the cancer cell can detach themselves from the parent tumor and move to the another location, and the new cutaneous growth is established. This is called as metastasis. This is a metastasis or spreading of the cancerous cells, or spreading of the cancer is called as metastasis. So it indicates that there is not only multiplication of the cancerous cells but also the spreading of the cancer from one side to the another side also can be possible. So next one we'll see, the cancer is more difficult to cure than the bacterial infections, because there is one can able to kill the bacterial infection easily, but the cancer infection or cancer cannot be easily cured, because first reason is that the bacterial cell have a distinct cell wall and their ribosomes are different from those of the human cells. So like if the bacteria are being entering into the body and it causes any type of infection, so this can be easily killed up because it has a distinctive cell wall, and differentiating thing is that ribosome and other cell wall and other cellular constituent of the bacterial cell is different than that of the human cell or eukaryotic cell. So it can be easily trapped, it can be easily detected and diagnosed, and it can be killed. Next, but in case of cancer, cancer are arising from the human cell itself, so they have a much similarity, tumor cells with the normal cells, so the differentiation cannot be much more. So one cannot able to detect, or the immune system again is not able to catch up these cancerous cells and not able to kill these cancerous cells. Next, immune mechanism and other host defense play actually the important role in the killing of bacteria and the foreign cells, but they are playing negligible role in the killing of the cancerous cells, because for example the bacteria or the other foreign material is entering in our body, it can be easily detected by our defense mechanism or the immune cells, and which can be easily trapped up and killed up. But these cancerous cells are actually basically arising from human itself. They are similar to that of the normal cell. That's why this cannot be differentiating they cannot be traced by these immune cells, and hence the immune mechanism having the negligible role for killing of the cancer, and hence the cancer is propagating and growing. So that is a basic difference between the bacterial infection, and cancer is more difficult to cure than the bacterial infection because of these reasons. Next, if we are going to discuss the various types of cancer, so this is exactly the gastrula, or we can say that the embryonic development which is being arising, basically started with the three layers: ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Ectoderm is the outermost layer, mesoderm is a middle layer, and endoderm is the internal layer, which may further going to be developed into the particular tissues. Various tissues are being developed from particular layer, like outermost cellular or cells or tissues are being, surface tissues are being developed from the ectoderm. Middle, particularly the organs like muscles and bones are being developed from mesoderm, and endoderm, the visceral organs are developed. So like for example, depending on that, like bones, cartilage, connective tissue, adipose tissues, these are various types of tissues are being developed by the mesenchyma differentiation after these arising from these three layers. So depending on which are the tissues, or the tissues which are belonging to or arising from or developed from these particular layer, the cancers are categorized or classified, such as sarcoma. If you are talking about the sarcoma, so sarcoma is a cancer associated with the tissues which has been developed from mesodermal cell or mesodermal layer. So particularly mesodermal cell or layer develops into a bone, muscles and cartilage. So if the cancer associated with the bones, muscle and cartilage, so this type of cancer is called as sarcoma. Next, carcinoma. Carcinoma is the cancer associated with the tissues which are arising or developed from the endodermal cells and the ectodermal cells. For example, carcinoma is the cancer associated with the intestinal system, associated organs or the visceral organs which are developed from the endodermal cells. And again, a carcinoma related with the skin appendages and the nerve tissues which has been developed from the ectodermal cells. Next type of cancer we are using, that is the teratoma. Teratoma develop from all three layers, irrespective to the type of the layer or tissues particularly belong to the particular developing layer, mesoderm, endoderm or ectoderm. It is developed from all three layers, means the cancer is associated with all three, all types of tissues. Leukemia or polycythemia is called as blood cancer. So cancer is associated with the blood cells is called as leukemia or polycythemia, in which rapid and uncontrolled growth of the blood cells will be there. That's why polycythemia. Poly means many, cythemia means cells. Now, next is the classification of the anti-cancer agents. So first we'll see what is the definition of the anti-cancer agent. Anti-cancer agents are the drugs which are used in the treatment of cancer for curing of the cancer, and anti-cancer agents are cytotoxic agents. So in that first class is a biological alkylating agent. We have an example: chlorambucil, busulfan, cyclophosphamide. Next class is the antimetabolite, which include azathioprine, fluorouracil, methotrexate and mercaptopurine. Next, anti-tumor antibiotics. These are the antibiotics which are cytotoxic antibiotics which are able to kill cancerous cells. So actinomycin, daunorubicin and mitomycin, these are the examples of the drug which are anti-tumor antibiotic. Miscellaneous include cisplatin, which has a platinum. Next, plant product includes the vinca alkaloids such as vinblastine and vincristin, as well as Taxol, which is a natural and plant product which has an ability as an anti-cancer. Next, steroidal hormone, and last one, that is the enzyme. L-asparginase is an example of the enzyme which belongs to the enzyme as an anti-cancer agent. Next we are moving towards the alkylating agents. We'll see first the alkylating mechanism of the alkylating agent. The alkylating agent causes the or brings about the alkylation of the certain nucleophilic group of the proteins and the basic nitrogen of the DNA nucleosides. So you can see that this is a say nucleotide which is a say building block. Nucleotide is a building block for the DNA, because double-stranded DNA, highly coiled structure of the double-stranded DNA. If you're talking about the single strand, the single strand is made up of the number of one loop. Basically, one loop of this DNA is made up of 4 types of nucleotides, and opposite base pairing will be forming. You know very well how the structure of what is the structure of DNA, and I am going to share the structure of DNA, animation of the structure of DNA in the Moodle also. You can refer that one. So as far as the building block of DNA is concerned, which is called as nucleotide, which has a 3 component nitrogenous base, like this is a pentose sugar and the phosphate group. So if 3 components are there, it's called as nucleotide, and if the phosphate group is absent, it's called as nucleoside. So basically, whatever the nitrogens or the sides are there, basic nitrogens are there, so these nitrogens get alkylated, or alkylating groups are to be added by this alkylating agent, as the name itself indicating. This alkylating agent causes the alkalization of the nucleosides or building blocks, and if these all by adding an alkylating groups, different types of alkylating groups or basic groups are to be added so that it get alkylated. If it is get alkylated, then it got alter its structure, and hence these nucleosides or nucleotides cannot be useful for the replication of the DNA or the growing cells of the DNA, growing chain of the DNA. Hence the DNA growth can be inhibited and the DNA replication can be inhibited, and hence the cell multiplication can be inhibited. It means what? Wherever the site where which the rapid and uncontrolled growth of the cells is there, they need basically the DNA replication, or they are multiplying by the rapidly multiplying the DNA replications. So ultimately these alkylating agent will inhibit the replication of DNA and will inhibit indirectly they are inhibiting the multiplication of the cells, particularly the multiplication of the tumorous cells. So hence the tumor cells growth can be inhibited by this alkylating agent. Now these all are the types of the purine and pyrimidine nitrogenous bases. Like if you're talking about the pyrimidine, so there are three nitrogenous bases which belonging to the pyrimidine or pyrimidine have a three types of the nitrogenous bases such as uracil, thymine and cytosine. All will have the pyrimidine ring in its structure or heterocyclic ring in its structure, or major difference in the substitution like methyl substitution in thymine and the amino substitution in the cytosine. Whereas next type of nitrogenous bases include the purine. So in that adenine is there and the guanine is there. Okay. Now we are moving toward the drugs or anti-cancer agent. Chlorambucil is the first example. Chlorambucil is effective orally, which is the slowest acting and least toxic anti-neoplastic drug. Now chlorambucil is a white color, slight odor, bitter taste, crystalline powder, insoluble in water. Chemical properties include the substance is treated with the hydrochloric acid and precipitate is washed with water and washing then treated with the potassium mercuric iodide. A buff color precipitate is obtained that indicate the presence of chlorambucil. Stability storage condition is as usual, it should be stored in tightly closed light resistance container. Used in the treatment of Hodgkin's disease. Hodgkin's disease is called as lymphatic leukemia, or it's called as lymphatic cancer. We know that there are the lymphatic system present in our body, which major, we know certain tissues are there, certain organs are there which belong to the lymphatic system, like tonsil is there, thymus is there, spleen is there. These are the lymphatic tissues or lymphatic, and there is a network of the lymphatic tissues which has lymphatic system in our body, and which has lymph nodes also. Okay, and lymph node having our supply of the artery and vein, and lymph node playing important role in the immune system. So these particularly the cancer associated with lymphatic tissues or lymph node is called as Hodgkin's disease or lymphatic cancer. Chronic lymphatic leukemia, so chronic disease, lymphatic cancer. Malignant lymphomas, all again related with the lymphatic cancer, lymphatic tissues, lymphatic system. Then next, use in the treatment of ovarian cancer and the breast cancer. The chlorambucil formulation include the chlorambucil tablet, then leukeran, chloramino and the chloraminophene. Next, the antibiotic we are talking about, the mitomycin C. Color blue, slight bitter, taste crystalline powder, soluble in water. Storage is as usual, it should be stored in tightly closed light resistance container. As far as the users are concerned, it is used in the treatment of cancer, stomach cancer. As we are dealing with the anti-cancer agent, it is used in the treatment of stomach cancer, breast cancer, bladder cancer, lungs cancer, cervical cancer, miscellaneous tumor including the pancreas, colon and the soft tissue cancer, and carcinoma. So all these types of cancer can be treated by using this mitomycin as an antibiotic. Pharmaceutical formulation include the mitomycin injection, mutomycin and the mutamycin. These two are the brands, mutamycin and the mutomycin. These two are the brands available for this given drug called as mutomycin. Next is a cyclophosphamide. You can see that it's a cyclic amide structure. That's why cyclophospha again and amide, cyclic amide with the phosphorus, cyclophosphamide, which is a white odorless slight bitter crystalline powder soluble in water, and when its aqueous solution is boiled with silver nitrate, which will be the white precipitate. It oxidizes in the liver by the microbial enzymes, and will give the phosphoramide mustard with the loss of acrolein ring. Stability storage is as usual. Next, uses including the antineoplastic agent used in the treatment of malignant lymphoma, lymphoblastic leukemia, myeloma is a bone marrow cancer, breast cancer, ovarian cancer, neuroblastoma, which is a say extracranial solid cancer of the childhood, which will show all these types of symptoms. So this will be used. Hodgkin's disease and pharmaceutical formulation include